All right, and we are live. Hey, everybody, it's Jason Blaha here. I thought I would sit down and do a video for you guys and gals. Let me get a few people in here. I want to see if this microphone will work really clear. I get a bunch of people in here and see if I can adjust it over where it still sounds, because I run into some issues with that. I don't like it sitting right here in front of me, but you know, it is what it is. It's been giving me the best audio. So that being said, let's get over into the topic, and I'll take your questions. A bunch of people asked me, did I watch the squat accident with this young lady? And I said, look, I looked at a bunch of stuff that other people had said, but I didn't watch it. I went and watched it this morning. Oh, this is pure negligence on the part of the coach. And I'm going to call that, as a coach personally, as a powerlifter personally, as a powerlifting judge who has judged international meets. I have judged world records. Pretty appalled by what I saw. I am appalled by what I saw. Also, by the way, when you guys get in here, please click the like. It will get this into more people's feeds. Hit the like immediately, please. Thank you. And almost get in a minute when I get through the spiel, I'm going to just tell you guys to hit like over and over. It won't answer questions. So over to the topic. First of all, this young woman had literally no business even remotely close to this weight on the bar. She had never lifted anything remotely close to this. It was 270 kilograms. She's a 17-year-old girl. I don't care that she was a heavier girl. I don't care that she had knee wraps. She'd only hit a 350-pound squat in competition within the previous year. Right? Within the previous year, she had only hit a 350-pound raw squat. This is a 600-pound squat. This is a woman who had never, to our knowledge, even hit a 400-pound or a 500-pound squat. They're going to put 600 pounds on her back. Okay? Her competition squat less than a year before was 352 pounds, not 700 pounds. Sorry, 600 pounds. You see where we're going with this? She had no business even unracking this, number one. Number two, so this is pure, this is a 17-year-old girl. She's just following her coach's instructions at this point. Number two, he had her do this ludicrous amount of weight in a little crappy rack with just safety arms sticking back. She fell completely out of the safety arms. When she stepped back, I don't know why he had her on those little mats. People said, oh, boards. Those weren't boards. Those are rubber mats in the middle of the thing. Why did he do that? There was already rubber matting on the floor, but that's not what caused the accident. It's the fact that this was not a proper safety rack. Using a single spotter with a weight so far beyond, dramatically more than this person had ever had on their backs. Inappropriate safety rack for something of this nature, using a single spotter, not multiple side spotters. Just him behind her. Okay? Just him standing behind her with a weight that he knows there's no way he could have handled, with a weight that's nowhere near anything she should have even remotely had on her back. Insane. This is pure, absolute, pure negligence. There's 3 people commenting and there's only 2 likes. Could I get some likes here, people? So that other people will see it hit their feed. If you guys don't click like, it's not going to get read. I'm not going to answer any questions or comments until that comes up. But back over to the topic. This is pure, absolute negligence on the part of the coach. Pretty much criminally negligent homicide is how we would classify that. There's no other way to describe it. Absolute negligence on the part of the coach. Everything from even the weight that he knows. She had no business even having 200 pounds lighter than that on her back. She had never touched anything close to that. Inappropriate safety rack for the situation, running a single spotter. John, you said, what were they thinking? They weren't thinking. Nobody was thinking. There was no thinking involved. Now, a quick reminder while I'm getting people in here. I have coaching slots open. Go hit me up. I follow all my social media. I have all my other social media. I have my OnlyFans. Emma, why didn't you join the OnlyFans yet like you said you would? What's the hold up? Go hit me up on there. You already said you were going to do it. So what's the deal? I need you to tell me why you're holding back. All right. So I don't know who that Andy is. I don't know who that is, dude. I have no thoughts on this person. William Poole says, A, B, Boo is back. What? William, just the same William who posts on my Facebook. You're getting just weird. I don't even know what any of that's about. Check out Brandon Clark. I will check this person out. Let me add him to my list of people. Brandon Clark. All right. Possible fate and Natty to investigate. But yeah, back over to your point. What were they thinking? They weren't. Funds are tight. Sorry. Emma, it's $15. Come on now. I don't believe that. I don't believe you. It's $15 for all this. You can't tell me that, girl. You can't tell me. Do you have to rent a studio and props? Well, I live in a 3-bedroom house. Actually, I took those pictures in my bedroom. Yes, I have a king-size bed. So, is it true that Natty Hypertrophy has passed no sign of life? He may have. He may have been deported. La Migra might have gotten a hold of him, unfortunately. Back to Algeria, I suppose. I mean, he hasn't even joined my OnlyFans. So we know something's up because we know he obsesses over me. That's already a concern. He may have been deported. I mean, has anyone heard anything at all? I haven't. I don't know if anyone's even said he's doing his other coach thing. Trying to jump the border. Well, he's not going that way. I think he'd be going out a different port. No, he's from Algeria. He's not from south of the border. He's Algerian, dude. Come on. We all know this. So what else we have going on here, people? But yes, national hypertrophy with this outrageous French accent. That guy. Well, let's get some other chats going. Get some more likes. Get some more comments. It will get people in here. We need those engagements popping. But Emma, I don't believe you on the no funds. Your funds are not that tight. You got $15. In fact, you got money to give me tips. Do you subscribe to other only for help networking? Not currently. I do follow a couple, but I'm not subscribed. I've talked to one on there because I am friends with her on my friends list also. She didn't have a lot to say, though. I just said hello to her. Said, I started mine. She's like, cool. Oh, good. No, she didn't jump at this. That coach those people. Well, I don't know the full protocol by which they do that. You know, I'm not an expert on these matters. No, dude, it's blue jeans. Or, hey, instead of asking questions, there's the link. Don't ask, just hop over. That's it. That's simple. You want to know what's on there? Join. I'll be adding new content every week. I've had it for 8 days. Just slowly trickling it along. But yeah, remember, follow me on all my stuff, guys. My Instagram, my Facebook, everyone's like, they always ask themselves, we don't see what you eat. We don't know what your meals look like. I'm like, then why don't you follow me on Instagram? Why don't you follow me on Facebook? I post my grocery baskets. I post pictures of food. I just put up some more of my Instapot. I got chicken bacon in the oven. I'll put up my breakfast later. I mean, people act like I don't show my food because this is YouTube. This is not really a picture thing. I do videos here. I do vlogs. I do live streams. That's what we do. No, there's no true free samples. I mean, the free samples are on social media. Facebook, Instagram, you will see free samples, right? Go look at the last post I made on the Facebook. It's linked in there. You'll see the completely safer work samples are up there. Pretty straightforward. So you can go click on that link I just gave you, go to my Facebook, and you can see what's right there. The business seems to be at a high. Coach, love the enthusiasm. Well, I'm trying to venture into multiple things. I don't want eggs in one basket. Honestly, the coaching could be higher. It's not really at an all-time high. My coaching was massive 2 or 3 years ago. It's so another reason I'm like, hey guys, I got coaching slots open. But the price is back up to normal price. The special is over. Those of you who missed it. So the special is over. I was running a reduced rate. That's done. So if people wanted the sale, they should have jumped on it. Will you coach less if OnlyFans blows up? I don't know about that. No, I think it's going to be the opposite. If my OnlyFans blows up, I'll just have to raise coaching rates. Do you know why? Because I think people from the OnlyFans will be like, well, I want to look like that. Like that's quite frankly, if the OnlyFans takes off, that's actually good for coaching. How many of the people over there will be like, oh, I need to hire him for the Dad Bod to Daddy program? Like this is a win. So if it blows up, we're good, right? It all feeds into everything else. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. I had people who told me that years ago, you put way too much into YouTube. All your eggs are in one basket. You know, they were right. And I told people I'll do whatever I want. Those people were right. No, I'm not currently coaching Doug. Coach, could it be that if you get more clients, if you raise prices, high prices seems to be, I know, right? Well, I mean, I gave a sale and it didn't get as many hits as when I was running higher prices. Something to be said for that. Alan, do you think OnlyFans subscribers? Well, doesn't mean that I'm going to entertain all of that. At the end of the day, they're still paying clients. So what if they see me as a piece of meat? They could look like this piece of meat. Alan. They could be that piece of meat themselves, right? They could exude the Coach Blaha cock diesel training. Dad Bod to Daddy, that cock diesel, right? Gonna have forearms all hard and vascular like a cock. Cock diesel training right there, bro. That's what I'm talking about. As someone who chimed in on that the other day, they were just like, I can't believe you released an OnlyFans and you started calling your stuff cock diesel. Jeno, no one has asked. Hey, Jeno, I don't know. Why don't you sign up for my coaching and then ask me if you can get an OnlyFans discount? Well, that's how it works. I don't go in here and tell you, oh, yeah, man, I'm going to do that. No, you need to become a client and then ask me. Same thing. People on the OnlyFans are like, oh, what do we need to come over for coaching? Well, you need to put in a coaching application. That's how it works. This is not complicated, people. All right. And this is all you guys are going to talk about now, isn't it? And yet none of you are even saying, why you guys are sure asking a lot about something that you're not even signed up for, unless you're one of the people who are already there. Coach, your Dad Bod program seems a strong marketing pull for people can see it as realistic goals. Exactly. Dad Bod to Daddy. All right, let me see if it fits in this month's budget. Don't tell me the OnlyFans doesn't. I hope you mean coaching. Because if you got a budget for $14.99, you're probably already spending that on Netflix. Shut up. Now, if it's the coaching, I get it, man, $250. All right. But I do agree that Dad Bod to Daddy is a strong marketing pull because people are related. I literally had a guy sign up back in December who's like, yeah, I want the Dad Bod to Daddy. And he signed up for that $200 a month special, and he's what he wanted. Right? He's a Meta employee, which is interesting. I've asked him a few questions. Right? Budget is tight. Got another job, probably. Well, what you need to do is get another job so that you can afford my coaching, my OnlyFans, and some tips. That's what you need. Coach, what about putting your older videos on video for demand, subscription only program online, just like Hodge Twins? What? How does that work? My older videos, but I still get ad revenue from the old videos. Yep. Gym fees up, egg prices up, gas is up. I don't know about that. Gas isn't up. Eggs are the only thing that's up, right? All right, there's always places higher. Absolutely right. Frenchie's on the run from La Biga. It looks like it. You could do that for the GPP. Tariffs sitting this week, so everything else is no, nothing's going on. You guys are silly. What are you talking about? Not in the U.S.? You guys are redunculous. But the videos don't get much revenue from over there. Leave the rest here, makes people missing out on YouTube. No, I don't think people would sign up for that on the old stuff. Because if they wanted to watch it, they'd already be watching the old videos. People watch the old videos already, though. Because you ever work at a grocery store or a store, I've worked at a hardware store in appliance sales many, many, many moons ago. I've never worked in a grocery store, though. I know a lot of people who have. Right? Patreon is a garbage platform. I hated Patreon when I tried to do it. Like, I found it to just be, I had no luck with it at all. It's been years, but I'm just like, what a waste. I watch your old informative videos there, but yeah, they still get views, dude. Like, to this day, I still make money every single month off of the original 5x5 video that's up. That's actually the re-upload because the old channel closed. That video still makes a little money every month. Well, Jenna, you could go do that. What's stopping you? Then you can afford my coaching. Right? You should write articles. And so I don't know what that means. Substacks. And I can buy Skittles. You know, you need to drop the whole Genova thing, man. Come on. Emma says, I work as a bagger and check out guys' calves. How well do you perform with your shorts? What do you mean? You talking to me or someone else? You have an older channel. How many subs do you have? About 50,000 when I shut it down. And then I rebranded. In 2013, I rebranded. So this is the new channel. This is the 2013 channel, so it's only 12 years old. I think some of those older videos, they did have a lot of good info. I already run shorts. Some of my shorts get, no, that's not. Hey, P, you're about to go away. You already know reference, and that makes you a stalker. He acts like he's a regular good poster. Get out of here. You guys say stalker stuff, you get the bad hammer. Have you made any new calf gains, Coach? Nope. Now, when people say, Jason, how do we avoid getting the bad hammer? I don't know. Don't repeat things that you hear on stalker channels made by people who stalk me. It's pretty straightforward. Like, if you just pretend those videos don't exist, you don't have these problems. See how easy that is? No, I haven't measured them. I haven't measured my calves at all. Should I measure my calves? You know what? I'll measure my calves for a super chat. 5-3-1 or conjugate, which is better for getting stronger on the big day. I'm going to go conjugate every day. Every single time right now. Every single time. Plus, conjugate's more versatile anyways. Less risk of overuse. 5-3-1 is a real overuse. Real quick if you're strong. With kind of some weird jump volume. You get out of control. What's the definition of stalking? No, it's the modern definition. Right? If you're in a circle of people who've ever stalked outside of my house or contact my neighbors or contact members of my family, then you're a stalker. I mean, I don't see how that's difficult to understand. Funny thing, I know many people who have joined your channel think thanks to Elgin Intensity, when they check your content and say loyal to you, they got to thank him for the end. Exactly. Well, I had a client who said, I heard a bunch of people trolling you, and I came to your channel to make fun of you because I'm like, oh, I'm gonna clown this loser. And then he gets here and he's like, wait, this guy's strong. This guy knows what he's talking about. He stuck around, and he's like, 6 months later, he hired me as a coach, and I coached him for 6 months. So I literally made $1,500 off of someone who came here to make fun of the loser that he saw a channel making fun of. Right. So you are correct. Guys like Elgin actually put money in my pocket. Future, probably not. Oh, wait. Is it better than body? Okay, no. Is it better? Probably, potentially for hypertrophy, yeah, to some extent. I mean, because it's not a powerlifting program. It's a lot of really high rep jump volume if you're not careful. And it doesn't have that much heavy work. Like, you almost never go under 5 reps on 5-3-1. Very rarely, if at all. Is an SSB box squat a good lift to increase your normal squat? Potentially, depending on where your weak links are. Who knows if Elgin reference? Does Elgin even make videos? Hey, yeah, but Jeno, that's still stalking. That's not a fan. That would count as stalking. If a person goes and looks up their favorite YouTuber, finds their address, and goes to their house unannounced to try to jump in and ambush picture with them while they're lifting weights in their garage, that meets the legal definition of pretty much stalking, dude. Yeah, I'm gonna press charges on them at that point. That's not normal behavior. Normal people don't do stuff like that. That's called stalking. All right, coach, regardless, it's an absolute unfair to harass you. Yeah. So yeah, I think that's a perfect example. If you're on the internet and you know my address, you're a stalker. If you know my phone number, you're a stalker. It's pretty straightforward. There's no ambiguity about it. If you know my sister's phone number or my best friend's address or phone number, you're a stalker. This is very straightforward. So is there anything about that people don't get? It's not an issue of fair, Ram. It's an issue of it's criminal and it's insane. Fair is not even in the equation. Because if I said it's unfair, people would be like, oh, there he goes, playing the victim. Reality is it's insane and it's criminal. That's what it is. It's a sign of serious pathology that needs to be addressed by those people. So can we talk about other stuff? This is all you guys want to talk about. So let's get over to some other training stuff. Yeah, and generally that's why they have bodyguards, and that's called stalking. And you still go to jail for that. Okay. Yeah, because I don't want to hang out with random people I don't know. I mean, did anyone think that just because they're a fan of me on the internet that I want to just hang out with them and bro out with my free time? I mean, I charge for that. Like, if you want to bro out with me, it's $100 an hour in video calls. People have done it. So, speaking of which, I do video calls at $100 an hour. It's one of my coaching services. So people who need help with their stuff, hit me up. I did 3 hours of them last week. All right. What else we got going on here, people? But no, future. I mean, technically 5-3-1 wouldn't be good for bodybuilding either because it doesn't build all your weak links. Yep, it's a good deal. So hit me up. And again, let me remind, here's the links to all my stuff. Any questions, fans? I know, right? All these people are asking this other stuff. I only got like two lifting related questions. But yeah, Joe, it's going to depend on your weak links. I mean, the safety bar box squat is still a good lift any way you break it down. It's not the easiest lift. It's hard to put a lot of weight on there. That's where you may run into some issues with it. Do you like the hack squat machine for noobs? I don't think we need to put the for noobs part. I like the hack squat machine. I think it's a good machine. I like it. I would use one if I had one. I don't have the space for it, but I think it's a good machine. And I've used them in the past. I prescribe them to clients. All right, we prescribe them for clients. Do you prefer good mornings or RDLs for hamstrings? We could argue that all day long. I mean, I would argue a conventional deadlift is just as good as either one for hamstrings. It's a question of what we're doing with the totality of the movements. When is a box squat preferable to regular squats when you need higher rates of force production? Is there any benefit to swapping back squat for front squats occasionally? Probably not. More so if you do something that requires the front squat as an assistance. I feel the front squat brings a little less to the table for overall development. It's a good lift. Tend to be very limited by your rack position, shoulders, things like that. So it isn't always a direct replacement for everybody. Not everyone has, again, the wrist mobility and shoulder health and everything to do enough of it to carry over for what they need. Are you going to be back on the that podcast again? If he hits me back up, he hadn't hit me back. He was talking about doing it. He hadn't reached out to me in a couple of weeks, so I don't know. I'm sure he'll let me know when he wants to do one and see if we can schedule it. I haven't spoke to him in like 2 weeks. If you want to get more out of less weight with a good morning, be better. Is it really the future? Are we really using less weight on the good morning once we're proficient with it? Or are we hitting 500 plus pounds on good mornings? What's this week's goals, Coach? I've already kind of broken it down. It's going to be rotating over to closed grip work. Everything's going to be closed grip for a bit. All right. I've pretty much covered it in the vlogs. Are you getting cert? Oh my God. What makes you think that you can separate the two to any? Do you have, Kev, do you have any evidence whatsoever that you can even separate the two in the lab? It's never actually been proven to be a thing. So clearly we're getting both. Right? Are we not? If we go off the available evidence, pretty much all of our training is doing both. To my knowledge, never has it been displayed that you can train only one, ever, in a single recorded study in a human. What's debated is, can you change the ratios? And that's still debated. There is still no direct evidence confirming it. It's hypothetical. Any major dietary changes coming up? No, I've already made them. We rotated the clean carbs back in yesterday. We all carved up now. See all the veins? All right. I've had brown rice, sweet potatoes, and beans today. Even though you don't do bulks and cuts anymore, do you agree that it does work? How so? Are you asking me, does gaining body fat make you gain muscle faster? The evidence says it doesn't. Now, can you do a bulk and cut? Sure. We don't have any evidence that gaining body fat makes you gain muscle quicker. We just don't. We can argue it, but there's no proof. And plenty of people successfully stay lean and do that thing. Hey, Janelle, I just told you literally that this weekend and today I had brown rice, sweet potatoes, and beans. Now, if you were to extrapolate what I just said, and then look at what I just told you, and then look at what you asked me. So what did you already know the answer to the question? When will you have another natty or not? I don't know. I haven't decided. Maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day. I don't know. We shall see. We'll find out, won't we? Yeah, future. We just don't have evidence that gaining fat makes you gain muscle faster. And the lab evidence that we have says it just doesn't. It doesn't appear to cause more muscle growth. You could literally lean bulk. If you have enough fat, you could recomp almost indefinitely till you start getting pretty lean. But a lean person can lean bulk just fine. That's what the evidence shows. And we've seen people do it in real life. Not saying you can't bulk and cut. I'm not saying it won't work. And it's like what you told me, but you did it. It's like, okay, but it's like, so what if I had told you guys, so before I opened the door, I jumped around on my left foot 3 times in a circle and then opened the door. And then I told other people to do it, and then it became a tradition, and then 500 other people did it. We all said, yeah, it worked. That's not evidence that it was efficient. It just means that we all hopped around on our left foot 3 times before we opened the door. And the problem is, as soon as you have a few people go, no, you can just open the door. And then scientists go study it and say, yep, it appears that when we studied it in test subjects, the door opened the same. When we actually studied it, apparently the door opened just as effectively if they didn't hop around on their left foot 3 times first. But how are you determining they gained more muscle? Did you DEXA scan it? Or did you go off the fact that their leverage is improved from the fat gain and you attributed that to muscle growth? Hey, Kevin, that is real muscle growth. And yes, they do both. Hey, Kevin, in the lab, what happens when people are given steroids? Let's not leave it to matters of opinion. It's usually not icy hot. People did that with preparation H. It can temporarily draw water from around your waistline, but it'll come back. I used to do that to try to tighten my loose skin when I was much younger and losing weight. It didn't work. It was temporary. It all comes back. It's just water. Now, a lot of bodybuilders used to do it right the day before a contest. Kev, no, that's not actually true. Hey, Kev, is that what happens in the lab? When it's been studied, you don't lose all the muscle. You definitely keep the increase in muscle fiber nuclei count. This has been confirmed in studies in powerlifters who use steroids by scientists, which means you still have the muscle memory. You can regain it real fast. Conan O'Brien said he used to put preparation H on his face. I can see that possibly, maybe. But no, I mean, bodybuilders have done that also. It's a temporary thing. If they just want to tighten up. Right? It's a little bit of trick. Of course, the other thing is if they just get lean enough, they don't have to do it. I mean, I've had bodybuilding prep coaches point that out too with the water drop. They're like, if you just get really, really lean, you don't have to do a water cut for bodybuilding either. You can water and salt load. You just have to actually be really lean. Do you collect coins or baseball cards? No. No, I don't collect anything like that. I'm not a collector of memorabilia. Nope, not my thing. Never has been really. I had a coin collection when I was a kid, not as an adult. Not as an adult. But I mean, if it makes you happy. But why would you care? You don't think that's kind of a strange question? Why did you stop gaming? Gaming is counterproductive to making money. It's counterproductive to productivity. It's counterproductive to getting pussy. It's a useless time sink that will negatively impact your productivity and general well-being as a man. How's that for a fair answer? Emma, yes, and I don't feel like going through my whole list of every surgery I've ever had. Like, we don't need all that. It's not relevant. Also, question, guys, can I get a sound quality? I got multiple people typing. If I move the mic to here, can you guys still hear me really well, or do I need to leave it in front of me? Serious question. If I move it to just off the camera, no Siri, stop. Shut your whore mouth. All right. All right. So, and then no one answers when I ask the question. This is why I gave up on fixing the mic, because as soon as I do it, my regulars. Okay, thank you. Future, it sounds identical. Like, is that sound quality ideal? So no one's going to say that's bad quality. Let me make sure the volume is up. Oh, turn the volume down. So how about there with the volume? So future, because you're a regular and you're a straight shooter, are we good right there? I can leave the mic there and we'd be perfect. In all future streams. Yeah, sounds exactly the same. Beautiful. I got to move my mouse pad just there to get my microphone a little room. Better without mic. Mic looks like a big hawk in my face. Well, you might like that, dude. I never know, man. So, yeah, I think that's a little bit better. Well, my arm veins all disappear. What happened? All right. I had way more veins earlier. I've been chilling too long, sitting down, being lazy. See, I was up walking around before I started it. I was like putting chicken in the oven. Yes, I got chicken slow cooking in the oven. Coach, is the ab crunch machine in the gym good enough for building abs? Maybe. I like the leg raises, but I like weighted crunches, regular crunches. But some ab machines are good too. Have a cheat meal. Who? I'm not having a cheat meal. I can't be having cheat meals right now. My last cheat meal was on Christmas Day. Right? That was my last one. Yeah, that's not how it works. Is building abs harder with a longer torso? No. Why do deadlifts get harder than squats when going really heavy? What do you mean? They don't. What are you talking about? Squats are harder for me. Yeah, cheat meals are not worth the 10 minutes of pleasure, right? They're so not worth it most of the time. I reserve them for public things or special occasion type stuff at this point. Sushi brown rice is not a cheat meal. What time of day is best to do? I don't know. Do you know info that I don't? All right, I heard wrestler Lex Luger used to eat Skittles before he go to perform to make his muscle look more full. Do you think he actually works? Like Skittles, a slang term as in oral steroids? Or do you mean actual Skittles? I mean, possibly a little bit of sugar might, hypothetically. I mean, plenty of dudes carb load to look fuller. There have been multiple. Hey, Marcinia, nobody's ever done that raw. Like, are we really going to compare a suited squat to the deadlift? I mean, realistically, nobody's ever hit a 500 kilogram raw squat. Do you know how many even 1,000-pound raw squats have been hit? They're so rare. Truly raw. And keep in mind the deadlift gets less out of the suit than a squat does by a large margin. So let's go look at raw numbers and compare this. The deadlifts are way bigger. As soon as the equipment goes away. A Luger's from one of hers very dedicated to his diet and never ate fast food. But like actual skills for the sugar. Yeah, squats aren't dangerous. People are. Yep, pretty much. I broke it down. I broke down at the beginning of it. That was 100% the coach's fault. 100%. Coach, you should be to the beach today. I don't live that close to the beach. I am north of Houston. I'm up in the suburbs. It's not just like a little 20-minute trip down to the beach. And then the closest beach is going to be Galveston. And it's not exactly the cleanest. That coach needs to be criminally charged for stupidity. I tend to agree. It was pretty much criminally negligent on his part. I don't live in a condo. Why do you think I live in a condo? Well, at least I know you're not a stalker. If you think I live in a condo, at least I know you're not a stalker. Thoughts on the Arnold Classic? I can say that I don't think about the Arnold Classic at all. I have no thoughts on the Arnold Classic, like none. I saw in my feed that it happened a few days ago. You went to the beach, yeah, not necessarily. I would definitely be flirted with and hit on, especially by women close to my age, which is good because that's my bracket. I don't date under about 35. That's like my lower, that's my like low end threshold. Do you think bodybuilding has any skill elements to it or just drugs? Like, do you see any? I mean, sure, the posing. Jenna, you don't know the difference between a condo and a house. I hope that's. I hope that's a joke. Don't kid yourself, Jason. Younger women like your look as well. Yeah, but not going to be as many. But then why isn't the trend the same in the lower weight classes? Arsenio, I need you to start that over with a full question. I need you to word that as a full statement and thought, start to end. Because I thought we were talking about something else, and I would say the trend is even more extreme, right? The deadlifts are even higher than the squat. Coach, men's physique, Arnold winner is just too big. Doesn't look like a mini bodybuilder. Yeah, they don't look good. And condos are small too, you know. They're considerably smaller. Jenna, what country do you live in? Actually curious. Speaking of Hindu squats, which are better? I have no idea. I don't even know what either one of those are. We know about back squats. We know about front squats. We know about pause squats. We know about different bars, box squats. I don't know what those things are. Even men's physique guys are too big. They're too big and they're too lean. Nobody likes that level of body fat. That level of shredded is not aesthetic. It is not attractive. Hey, Jenna, I'm not going to answer that. I'd say it's about 50-50. Figured that much, Jenna, so you don't really know kind of how things are set up in the U.S. Got it. Makes sense. Because if you lived in the U.S. and you asked me that, I'd be like, is that a joke? All right. Lower than extreme weight classes show higher deadlift and squat, with the extreme top end reverse. It's only in a few. Yep, it's because of the body fat factor. But I personally find heavy squats are more taxing. They're hard. They feel harder. Like there's a totally different feeling when you get 500 pounds on your back. It's a different beast. So if you would ask me which one do I have to have my head more straight for, I have to have my head straight to do a heavy squat. I don't have to have my head straight to go walk over and pull 550 anytime I want. Bro, I could get up right out of bed, forget to have my coffee, throw some chalk on, and maybe do a couple little jumps and walk over and pull 550 without even thinking about it. 500 pounds sitting on my back, I better have my head straight. Are there any other anabolic besides tested or relatively side effect free primo? Well, I mean, it's all about ratios. That is a very nuanced conversation. You ever get sore from working out? Sometimes Westerners do high rep body weight Hindu squats. Coach, look it up if you're living under a rock. Like, I really don't care about Hindu squats. I've always said that Chris Bumstead should be in the open bodybuilder look. Classic should be. I agree. That should be the open look, whereas in Zane should be classic. Guys like Frank Zane, who look like that, should be winning the classic. Getting ready to squat is like going to war. It requires a mindset. Like, I actually have to warm up to squat. I got to get my head right. I got to walk through mental cues. I can walk over and pull completely distracted. I can just walk over and pull, as long as it's not a true max. 90%, 93%, no big deal. You should be nervous. On a squat, not for a deadlift though. I really don't. I can be completely detached and distracted and walk over and pull heavy. Who do you think? I don't know which one is taller. I'm going to assume Joe Rogan is. I don't know. What category you compete in when you take stage? I'm not going to be taking the stage. I have no intention to compete in bodybuilding. No intention of it. Not on my to-do list. Right? That's impressive. Then before any heavy lift, I get nervous. I don't. Not on a deadlift, dude. My last meet, I was so distracted, I didn't even have time to get my stuff on. I was so busy talking to Vogel that I forgot to get my deadlift socks on. And they're like, dude, your name is going to be called in like 2 minutes. I'm like, holy crap. I was like trying to get my deadlift socks on, get my shoes on, get the chalk on, and run over and pull my opener. I didn't even warm up. I just ran out and pulled 508. And then hit a state record on my next pull. Like, I didn't even warm up. Like, I was not ready, nothing. I barely got my shoes tied before they called my name. Just go pull. You really should like all the attention. You would get a lot of following if you document the journey. But I can get attention doing other stuff. I can literally get attention with stuff I do right now on social media. I don't need to go bodybuild. I don't need to put my body through that and get that lean, hate my life, Yeah, I'm full of adrenaline before squat or deadlift set. Yeah, dude, I can pull calm. I can just walk over and pull, man. It's just a normal, natural thing. Thoughts on current Frenchman? What do you mean he's not on the internet at all? He's just disappeared. He might have taken the money and run, or La Migra got him. That might be what happened. He's gone, though. Give me a few more likes here, guys. They've been trickling up. Toss me some likes. Give a brother some likes. Some of y'all just rolled in here, so I know you haven't hit that button yet. Ring my bell, baby. Reach over, hit that button for daddy. There we go. Thank you. That was probably Emmett that hit that. Thoughts on current open or whatever. Didn't he live stream the other day? No, I thought it was like 3 weeks ago. I think his husband was with him. It might have been. Yep. There we go. Got some more likes. I think he's doing a training montage like with one of his Chinese cartoons, right? He's going to the Rice Bucket Challenge, like Naruto, so he can have some forearms one day. Like, I don't know why he thinks that's going to work. Like, the dude pulls his straps, and the guy wants to hate on me, and then he talks about he's proud of his forearms. He doesn't even have forearms, man. It's like, come on, bro. Yeah, but they're cartoons, Canyon. Chinese cartoon physiques are insanely astute. Yeah, I mean, but their cartoons are not real. These guys are living vicariously through cartoons. Come on. You serious? You're grown men. I mean, nobody don't get to say anything about me. I mean, my God, they sit there following cartoons. Like, there's literally nothing they can say about me. No, Zach, I don't watch his stuff at all. I blocked him again the other day. Hey, Jenna, but I don't want to do it. Do you not understand what no means no? My God, I hope you're never alone with a woman. My God. Coach, you ever watch Chinese cartoons? No. Oh, wait, no, we did have that one that came through. Speed Racer was an anime, wasn't it? Like, go Speed Racer, go. That one kind of came through on the Cartoon Network or something on cable. I called him out about lying about his wife on his last live. He deleted my comment, right? When was that? It's been weeks, right? He's been completely MIA. It's my understanding, CM. Think Vegeta will do OnlyFans soon. So you're watching one of my haters live, and you're coming in here telling me to do bodybuilding. I think you just played your cards. I heard not. Oh, you heard. I heard. From who? You hang out with people who watch his stuff? You just slipped up. I just caught you slipping, fool. Caught you lacking in them streets. I stopped watching Chinese cartoons when I was 10 years old. Imagine a grown ass loser still trying to make believe he's Vegeta, right? Almost 4 weeks. Seems like La Migra got him. They may have, man. I think they did. They snatched him up middle of the night. Just snatched him up. Just like that rice bucket. Right? Snatched his eye. Snatched him just like Padme snatched what's her name's eye out. She was hot too. Ellie Driver. Right? You guys know the reference. Kill Bill. I'm just saying. She was missing an eye, but she was hot. Hey, Jenno, you've already outed yourself as a stalker. You already know Coach's strap. You know I always got that thing. You're not gonna catch me lacking in them streets. It's like the first president, George Washington, said, his famous quote was, "Stay strapped or get clapped, Ross." They snatched him up while he was playing with his rice. And he's just on the terrace. So he might be on a watch list. Wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me one bit, would it? How long do I want to run this one today, guys? You guys entertain me. Convince me to stay in. I got chicken, though, I got to keep an eye on. I don't want to burn my chicken. I tell you what, guys. Let me go turn my oven off. Okay. I'll turn my oven off. I'm going to come back. I expect to see some super chats. I want to see some donations. I'm going to come back. I'm going to turn my oven off. All right. There's them quads. Quads for the broads. What do you think? I'll probably drop something tomorrow. Hopefully, I'm hoping to get some more photos by the end of the week. Right. No, I didn't turn it off. I turned it down. No, it's express today. I'm back on kind of that chicken brown rice. sweet potato avocado diet. Black diaper. They're called running shorts, dude. I don't know why people say silly stuff. They're just regular men's running shorts. Just bought off Amazon. I have like 6 or 7 pairs. Oh man. How's it looking, Jason? The chicken's looking good. It's not quite 100% of where I want it. So I turned it down to 275. I'm gonna leave it a little longer. No, I grew up. I'm a Texan, dude. We know how to cook. How's it looking, Jason? Well, it's hanging low to the right. It wasn't my company. Hey, Bal, I'm not even going to get into that with the original owner of it. He had all sorts of problems. He's not even in our friend circle. Like, what more do you want me to say? That just went ridiculous real fast. It was something that was pitched to me by my best bro with a guy, a friend of his, who wanted to start the business. They pitched it to me to do some of my stuff with it when I was on my middle of my move coming back after my divorce to Texas, right? And it didn't really take off at all. Right. And then that guy, I don't want to get into the whole backstory. The guy who actually founded it, the original owner, he got into a bunch of trouble. And I'm not going to go into all the details, but we all just completely distance ourselves. And I'll just leave it at that. Is that fair? I mean, is that a fair answer? But yeah, so it was never my company. It was something pitched to me, my friend, that we promoted a little bit and do our gun sale thing. Thoughts on gym? So it was actually, that's just what it was called, but it was purely a firearm shop, right? It was a firearm shop with a federal firearm license already attached. So the FFL was already approved. Thoughts on Jim Brown by the Wolf saying hanging leg raises and Russian twists are D tier for abs? Well, who cares what that clown says? He doesn't even lift. He doesn't even look like he lifts. He needs to just shut his mouth. I think they're saying that because you only wear the 3-inch shorts when because they don't have legs. I'm wearing shorts that show my quads of the gods. Well, who cares? Because they don't have the legs that I have. They need to do some squats. I've never even heard of the Wolfpack gym, let alone been there. Right? I mean, this is why they don't wear the shorts. They don't have all this. Right? They don't wear the shorts because they ain't got all that. That's no pump. I'm just sitting around chilling, guys. Look, just sitting in my chair, I have veins. With no tan, veins. No muscle, having mofos want to hate on people who actually put in some work. Plain and simple. I mean, you can say whatever you want about it. You can be like, I don't like Blaha. I don't like this. I don't like that. You can't say I don't have wheels. You can't say I haven't put in the leg work. Facts. What did you think of the Arnold Classic men's results? I didn't see them. Or 10 treads. You know, again, you can hate me. Yeah, Vegeta has no legs. You can hate me all you want. But you can't say that I don't have legs. And legs are the hardest thing to develop. Once I get my arms caught up to that, it's game over. All right, let me get my arms caught up a bit and get a bit leaner. Then what are people going to say? And even I even got calves. Calves. Right? Hate on that. I also hate on the fact that there are literally people paying for my OnlyFans. I have family in the NFL. Verified fact. But yet I spent his leg day getting tattoos. I'm not taking the shirt off for free. But I have other pictures up on the Facebook. Generally, go like all my stuff on Facebook. If you can't afford the OnlyFans, let's see that. You got me sitting there. You're going to see me with my shirt off tomorrow training. I got my food belly now. I've already eaten a bunch of brown rice. So, all right. Some banded leg raise is my current weight. Yeah, I don't know about that. Why don't you do some heavy belt squats, some heavy leg presses after you squat? But tomorrow we're going to bench. It's going to be a close grip bench day. You guys think of that? Remember Iron Lou? Why does that sound familiar? Whatever happened? That name sounds familiar. Oh, no, I like that guy. He was cool. Coach, what are your thoughts on dumbbell incline bench press for about 10 watts per week? That sounds good. I like the incline dumbbell bench, and I think 10 to 12 is a great rep range on it. So I will give you my thumbs up on that one. I like to mix athlete and X-inspired workouts with traditional powerlifting workouts the same day. Why? Why do you care about curling X and his fake weights? Do you think athlete X is a weak? I know he is. He had used fake weights for a 425 deadlift, and it was grindy and ugly. I don't know how he started. Yeah, he already had a job. How lean should an advanced lifter be before running a test cycle? I don't know that there's an answer to that. The leaner, the better, though. Man, it's a lot easier to control estrogen when you're lean. We all called him out on the fake lifts. Everyone called Athlete X on the fake lifts. We caught him on it years ago. We proved it. We showed it. I showed it and proved it beyond a reasonable doubt. Not speculation, not any of that. We straight up proved it. By literally taking when he used real plates of how bad the lift looked versus his fake lift when he threw those weird looking plates on. Yeah. He's a 400-pound deadlifter, and he did fake lifts. He did the same thing on those pin presses. Thoughts on Jonathan Warren? I don't know who that is. I need more. I'm actually sitting at 5. I'm sitting at 5. It's not that many. You guys can go look and see how many I have. How many? I'd like maybe 100. 100 would be a good number. Because keep in mind, you get tips and then commissions too. It's not just that regular $15 for those. Have you ever done high bar squat drop sets? Yes, and they're nauseating. I won't do that again. I came from a generation where we thought we were supposed to drop set everything sometimes. We thought we were supposed to drop set our man. Dude, I was a novice. Still, man. I've been working out 12 weeks, and we're like, hey, let's go load a bunch of 10s on the side. And then we have spotters, and we just do drop sets down the road all the way down to the bar, strip 10 off each side, go to failure. And we all took turns doing it because we were ignorant. Zach, he's totally made that up. Jason, you think you'll have to upload more spicy content? I don't know. We'll see. Hey, Larson, have you gone to my OnlyFans? Do you know what's even there? Hey, can we promote your OnlyFans on our own social media for Coach? Would that get us a discount on coaching? Now, that's an interesting question, Jeno. Maybe. Let's put it, come talk to me. Show me that you can get me some OnlyFans people, and we can talk. No person who says I'm 5'5" can be taken seriously. Like, that's ridiculous. That's not even reasonable. All right. Larson, it seems to be a mix. Keep in mind the number of women who are complimenting. Again, note the Facebooks. I mean, go to my Facebook and look, and some of the Facebook groups, but just go to my Facebook. Go to any of those pictures, go down the road, and look at the real women's accounts who are complimenting. Now, it appears to be an even mix, but eventually it's going to be more dudes. We all know this. We accept this. So, Larson, have you even seen it? So you're asking that. Have you seen my OnlyFans? That's a very simple question. I don't think that you have. So you're asking me about the content that you've never observed. You can't afford $14. No, I don't believe you. That's all you people in here. I don't have $14. I mean, all this. I don't believe you. Y'all just trolls. You're just trolls. Admit it. You would have access to send me messages and get me to message back. All right, coach is 5'10", my friend. Said he met him in person at the mall in Houston. That could have happened, actually. I'm 5'9", but in internet stats, I would be 6 foot. I have friends who are convinced I'm 5'11". I'm 5'9". So, coach thoughts on Y raises, tricep kickbacks, and water curl. I think Y raises are actually decent, by the way. Jason, what's a mistake you made as a coach before? I've cut people too much slack as a coach. I've been too soft on some of my lifters. It'd be my biggest mistake. There have been times when I was too soft. I'm not going to say I've made another big mistake as a coach that I'm not going to discuss. Probably, yeah, in boots, I'm going to look decently tall. No, he's like Michael Jordan? No, I don't think so. Or do you mean Michael Jackson? I don't know. How tall was Michael Jackson? Yeah, the whole internet thing with the height has been weird because before trolls started saying it, I have never, ever in my life ever heard anyone even imply that I was short. It's weird. It's weird to me. Like when they first started doing it, I'm just like, what? Are they going to accuse me of being African American next? Well, I mean, that's what? It was just so out of left field. Jason, how many times a week did you walk? So I'm trying to do every day. I did 100. I did an hour today. I mean, the vlogs are there. Jason, how do I do low bar squat without hurting elbows? Pull down on the bar. Get pulled in tighter. Get the bar into the webbing of your hands and pull down. If you ever push up or your elbows ever chicken wing, that's why they hurt. That is not the correct way to do a squat. Those elbows have to be pulled down. How much is too much as a natty? I don't know that there's an answer to that. No. Well, not necessarily. There's a problem of I have been seen in public next to 3 different people who were 6'3" or bigger. And so haters love to use those 3. They love to use those because obviously we have the one thing with what's his name, and he's like 6'3", 300 pounds. Then they had me next to, because I hung out with Seth and what was his name? DC. Those guys are both like 6'4", 6'5". So then trolls have loved to use that. Like they were putting up, oh, he's standing next to normal guys. And it's like DC is 6'5" and is a personal trainer. That's not a normal guy. He was literally working as a personal trainer. But yeah, there have been plenty of ones where I'm definitely bigger and taller than people who I'm in the pictures with. It's, again, you got to look at different pictures. So no, Jenna, no, you're not. That's not true. I definitely have been seen next to at least 3 people who were extremely tall. And it's out there on the internet. People reference them all the time. I'm not going to give a message to Liz. I'm not going to jump into that. What about Jeff's side? My understanding is Jeff's side is, Jeff's side's 5'9". He's the same height as me. Jeff's side and I are literally the same height. So he's 5'9". I don't care that it says 6 foot online. We are literally eye to eye. Elon's definitely natty. I'm not going to go into a lot of politics. I think he needs to find a lot more than what he's found. I think it's a start. I think it's a good start. But yeah, they got a whole lot more auditing to do. I think it's a good start. I'll give him that. Now, they need to cut that budget about 50%. We need to cut our national budget to about 50% of what it is now. Full stop. Coach Vegeta said you were embarrassingly weak on overhead press. Well, because I can't overhead press at all right now. I literally can't overhead press. I can't overhead press the empty bar full range of motion. Now, what happens when I fix that? That's currently in the works. I'm currently working on it. I've discussed it with you guys, the strategy and videos. I'm not going to fix it. If tons of people, including his supporters, aren't pissed, they haven't slashed the budget enough. I agree. No, I mean, it really needs to be cut 50%. Straight up. Jason, are mods banning people, or do you only have control of that? Where? AI bans people. AI will literally delete your stuff on YouTube if you're not aware of that. AI deletes 1 in 5 of my comments under my own videos. But no, I'm the only one banning in here. I've only banned one. Did I ban one person in here today? Look at where I live. Do you really think that's an issue? My neighborhood. I kind of live in a nice neighborhood. I can buy up every powerlifting federation, so he bitches it out. Right? Pretty much. To my knowledge, there's been none of it here. No, I haven't hit the button on it yet. Do I own a BB gun? No, I don't think I do currently. I haven't owned a BB gun in years. My hood, I'm not really, I'm in the burbs, dude. I live in Spring. Jenna, yes, primarily. I'd say maybe 80%. No, not here. My family isn't from this region. Do you believe in trickle down? I don't know. I'm not an economist. I could talk to you about deadlifts, though. I could trickle your deadlift down to some bigger numbers or something. I don't know. That didn't make any sense. But I bet you none of you people joined my OnlyFans in here just now. I pimped it this whole time. I'm going to check. I bet I didn't get a single follower. I did not. That's just not right. Just not right, y'all. Chris Moore Strap-on claimed he was from the hood and he had a hard background, right? How should someone score? I don't know. That's a complicated question. Will you get a big Social Security check someday? Probably not. Social Security is going to be bankrupt by the time I'm ready. It's going to be gone. What are you talking about? All right, there's like almost no down to 29 people. It may be time to wind this down. Hey, Michael. No, it'll be fine. Hit me up. I got coaching slots open. No, dude, I'm paying. Alan, I owe a lot of money. That's why I need to kick that OnlyFans up to pay my taxes. Right? I have a friend in a wheelchair. Could he be a client? Why not? You don't think I can coach somebody in a wheelchair? I think I can. I'm going to give him a massive bench press is what we're going to do. All right, guys. We're about at that time to wind it down. So I hope it's been informative. I love all of you guys and gals, and I will talk to you next time.